Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online class of Sri Kogulam Public School, Vattagara.
Dear children, good morning. Today's thought: try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Listen? Okay. Then welcome back to our history class. Did you remember what did we discuss the previous class? Okay, previous class we discussed the causes of the revolt of 1857. Then we discussed how did the rebellion spread from one region to another region, and who were the main leaders of the revolt and what were the main centers of the revolt. Okay, then today I am going to discuss about then how did the British suppress this rebellion, and what were the causes of the failure of this rebellion, and what were the results of this rebellion. First of all, the suppression of the revolt. How did the British suppress this rebellion? It was not possible for them to suppress this rebellion within 2 or 3 months. Almost 2 years they took to suppress this rebellion. Listen, to suppress this revolt, the East India Company, they brought forces from England, and then they moved to the main centers of the revolt. In September 1857, Delhi was recaptured. You know that. The revolt, or the leaders of the revolt, they captured Delhi from the British on 11th May 1857. But in September 1857, the British forces, they recaptured Delhi. Listen, and then after that, the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was tried in court and sentenced into lifelong imprisonment. In October 1858, Bahadur Shah Zafar and his wife Begum Zeenat Mahal, both of them were sent to prison in Rangoon. Listen, and in November 1862, then he died in Rangoon jail. Listen, Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was died in Rangoon jail in November 1862. And then after that also, the Indian leaders, they bravely continued their revolt against the British. And the British, they took 2 years for the complete suppression of this revolt. The defeat of leaders of the revolt. Listen, in March 1858, the famous leader Rani Lakshmi Bai, she was defeated and she was killed in June 1858. Then after that, another leader, Rani Avanti Bai, she also faced the same fate. She was also captured and she was also killed by the British. Another famous leader, Tandya Topi, listen, he escaped to the jungles, and from jungles he organized the guerrilla warfare against the British. But later he was also captured by the British and he was killed in 1859. By seeing this failure of the great leaders of the revolt, the Britishers, they became so courageous. They realized it was possible for them to suppress this rebellion and to capture the areas of India. Listen, the British, they tried their best to win back the loyalty of the people. Listen, for getting the support of the Indian people, they followed certain policies. Listen, then they announced rewards for loyal landholders. They were allowed to enjoy traditional rights over their lands. They got the permission to enjoy the traditional rights over the lands, and promised the rebels if they submitted to the British and if they were not killing any of the white people, they would remain safe. The British, they would not give any punishment to these people. That promises they gave to the Indians. But the revolt of 1857, it was a failure. Listen, the British, they suppressed this rebellion. What were the causes of the failure of the revolt? Okay, the main reason, there was no planning among the rebels, and there was no good leaders, and they were not aware how to organize this revolt. Listen, it was an unorganized movement. and there was no correct direction to this movement. And the British army that was so powerful then compared to the army of the Indian leaders. Then the rebels, they had limited supplies of ammunition and weapons, but the British had the large number of weapons and the strong weapons they had. Because of these reasons, the revolt of 1857, it was a failure. Next, we can discuss the results of the rebellion. Did the rebellion create any changes in the administration? That we can listen here. Okay. Please look at this. By the end of 1859, the British had regained the control of the country. Listen. Yes, they regained the control of the country from the rebels or from the leaders of the rebellion. And in 1858, what happened? The British Parliament, they passed a new act. As per the new act, the powers of the East India Company that were transferred to the British Crown. Okay, the powers of the East India Company that was transferred to the British Crown, and they appointed a member of the British Cabinet as the Secretary of the State for India. Clear? They appointed a member of the British Cabinet as a Secretary of State for India. He got the complete power for looking at the administration of India. He was responsible for all matters related to the governments of India, and he was given a council of members to advise him. They appointed a council of members to advise this Secretary of India. Listen, and the Governor General of India, the title was changed and they were called as Viceroy. The Governor General of India was given the title of Viceroy. Do you know who was the last Governor General and the first Viceroy? Okay. Yes, that was Canning, Lord Canning. Another result. Then they stopped the annexation of the princely states. Earlier, they introduced many policies to annex the Indian territories. Listen, but after this revolt, then they stopped the annexation of the princely states. All ruling chiefs, they were assured that the territories would never be annexed in future. In future, the territories that would not be annexed by the British, and they were allowed to appoint their heirs as the next ruler, then even whom the adopted sons. Earlier, adopted sons were not allowed to be as the next ruler. But as per the new law, then they were allowed to appoint the adopted son also to be the next ruler or the next king. And then next one, the British Queen. Listen, then she was the sovereign paramount. And the Indian rulers, they were the subordinates of the British Crown. Indian rulers, they were the subordinates of the British Crown and they were under the British Queen. Another changes. Listen, the army was reorganized. The proportion of Indian soldiers in the army that was reduced. Instead of that, the number of British soldiers increased. And another changes, instead of recruiting the soldiers from the different provinces like Awadh, Bihar, Central India and South India, they appointed the soldiers from the Gurkhas, Sikhs and Pathans. Gurkhas means the military force of where Nepals, and then Sikhs religious group, and the Pathans means a group of religious Muslim community from Pakistan, northwest Pakistan and Afghanistan. Listen, the British, they started to appoint the soldiers from this group instead of appointing from the princely states. Then next result, confiscated the land and property of the Muslims. Listen, the British, they started to confiscate the land and property of the Muslims because they believed that Muslims were responsible for this starting of this rebellion. Then another reason or another changes, that is decided to respect the religious and social customs of the Indians. The British government decided to respect the social and religious customs of Indians, and the last result, that is the policies were made to protect the landlords and zemindars. Listen, they introduced the new policies to protect the rights of the landlords and zemindars. These were the results or changes occurred after the revolt of 1857. Please see this map. Listen, India's outline map and the main centers of the revolt of 1857. Please see this: Meerut, Delhi, Kanpur, Vaizabad. Okay, these are the main centers of the revolt of 1857. If you are having the outline map of India, political outline map, you have to mark these places in that map. Okay, don't forget that. Let us revise. What did we discuss today's class? First, we discussed the suppression of the revolt. Listen, then Bahadur Shah Zafar, he was exiled to Rangoon in 1858, and Rani Lakshmi Bai died in the battlefield in 1858, and Nana Sahib, he escaped to where Nepal, and Tandya Topi, he was caught in jungles of Central India, and Begum of the Awadh, then she was compelled to hide in Nepal. Did you clear? Next we discuss reasons for the failure of the revolt. Leadership was very weak and it was an unorganized movement, and the British army was superior than that of the Indian army, and rebels, they had the limited arms and weapons. But the British had more and more weapons. These are the main reasons for the failure of the revolt. Next we discuss the results of the revolt, or what were the changes occurred after the revolt of 1857. Please see this result. One of the most important result, the East India Company power that was transferred to the British Crown. Listen, and the army was reorganized, appointed more and more British soldiers instead of the Indian soldiers. Clear? And then confiscated the lands of Muslims and respect the religious and social practices of the Indians. I hope all of you understood. Don't forget, please, once again, you have to go through these lessons, read the textbook thoroughly, and look at that map also, complete the notes. Don't forget. Any doubt, please call me and clear the doubt. Okay, thank you.